Hey guys, Jason here with a word to the wise. I want to point out, and I'm sure you've heard, how Biden, some of his first executive orders that he initiated, one of them being the Global Planet Initiative. Getting back on board with what Trump did not want to be on board with. He has ordered I can't remember how many vehicles he ordered, but he's ordering now to have electric vehicles to be used for government use. You know, getting rid of all the gas hog Suburbans, I'm sure. I don't know how that's going to work. But there again, at the time we are entering, I believe, if it is the second beast, notice that beast comes out of the earth. Interesting, right? So, whenever you watch, wow, there's like 30 turkeys sitting next to me off the side of the road. Nobody move. Anytime you watch an alien movie that comes to Earth, there's always a common theme with a lot of them, like the day the Earth stood still, that latest one with the Independence Day and Independence Day, the second one. I mean, they're both kind of, they want the planet because their planets had been destroyed. That's usually 9 times out of 10, while an alien race seems to be wanting to come to Earth, is because they have lost all their resources and they want to come here. And that always, now think about that with the Space Force, the Guardians. Think about that with the, the Israeli, NASA defense minister for whatever that division is over there. But think that he was just saying how the United States and Israeli governments are working with aliens. But we're not ready to deal with the truth of the matter, and we probably couldn't handle it, and there's too much chaos on Earth. But I wonder, if some sort of a situation broke out, then all of a sudden they would come out of the Earth and say, we all live here together. We happen to live inside the Earth or under the ocean, and you guys are polluting, and you're ruining it for everybody, including the animals and the fish that live here. But there again, you go back into the bowls. Hold on a second. You go into the bowls, and you'll see that the waters are turned to blood, and all the animals, I think in one of them, in the sea, die. And it's going to be pretty chaotic, it sounds like, in those times, And here they are trying to say that they need to preserve those things. And we're going to a global warming, and men cursed. I'm going to take my hat off here. Men cursed God for, the scorching heat. And then later on comes the hail. You watch some movies like, Geostorm or Armageddon, or no, The Day After Tomorrow. They have the plagues of the hails that seem to come in those movies because the global warming climate is gone too chaotic. So, just a lot to, I'm just putting a lot of things together that are just, I'm not going to put a bunch of articles and stuff like that. That stuff's all out there, easily found. And we know that they have been pushing this thing, they had the Greta girl from Switzerland or whatever who was, cursing out all the elites on the planet for their, what they're doing to our planet and not taking the time to make time for the planet. There again, I saw another thing with a lot of Biden's cabinet, and they are from another part of the world that worships the earth. I think it's Mother Gaia, and I'm not going to put any races down there because it could get a little too much these days. So just a lot of things, that are kind of coming around. And I remember seeing a video a long time ago, and I'm not saying that this is it or this is true of what's coming around the mountain here, but how they were going to try to push for Buddhism to be a global thing because it's all about living in harmony, and you see a lot of things about yoga and the chakras and stuff these days, and it's it's a lot to do with being in tune, and it seems to deal a lot now. I'm seeing it more and more with the Mother Earth, people. And if you go into Exodus 20, it talks about having no other God. I think it's the first commandment, having no other gods before me. Worship not those in the others in the heavens or in the skies, in the waters, or in the waters under the earth. And I think there's another verse in there too. But I was listening to that a couple times today, just listening to Exodus 20 and just seeing the list, and somebody tried to give me like a coin, and it had, something about like Matthew on it, and it looked like a little charm, and I was just like, it's for Christians, but at the same time, it's something that I don't want to just carry around with me like it's some sort of a trinket. It's kind of like the Virgin Mary. And I'm not saying that those things are that bad, but at the same time, I go into those Christian stores sometimes, and you see, it's Christian, but at the same time, they got the Virgin Mary all over the place. They sell the rosaries and things like that, and there's a lot of Catholics, up here where I live. So I'm just saying, there's a lot to see in what's coming now. And I'm sure if this video gets taken down by the tube, you'll know it's a lot more than just an idea. So, word to the wise guys, God bless, have a good weekend. It's freezing up here. Just see how this rolls out. God bless.